Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Alright, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect, the chosen, Habakariam. Alright, the ones who keeping the word pure and sincere. Alright, and we're not trying to taint it as they go along and add other things into it to make themselves wise. This is Revelation chapter 20 verse 1. And it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Alright, and that great chain, the angel come to alright, overthrow the ones who was ruling the bottomless pit, put them in slavery, and the bottomless pit represents Europe. Hey, is that a place in Europe? I was to look up there too, just now. Hold on. Oh no, that's my bad. But the bottomless pit represents Europe, right? And who was over the bottomless pit at the time was the Edomites. And this angel came down to bound, basically. He had the key of the bottomless pit. So he came to bound, alright, he came to bound the ones who was ruling the bottomless pit, which was the Edomites. It says, and he laid hold on that dragon, which is Esau, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and I Edom, the Roman Empire. It says, and he bound him 1,000 years, right, and cast him into the bottomless pit. Well, right, I really went up into Georgia, Russia, there, up into the Caucasus, and live. This is why they call themselves Caucasians today. And the angel bound them up, and from the time they get bound up, what go on? Jake started to rule Europe, alright, in the Byzantine Empire. Alright, Jake started to rule Europe during the Byzantine Empire, or the so-called Dark Ages. Alright, and all of this is everything goes back to prophecy. Everything written in the word of the Heavenly Father, and all of this is prophecy that took place, right? It says, and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. So he ain't going to deceive nobody no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Now, I'm going to look up some here, right? The 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Time of the Dark Ages. Says the Dark Ages is a categorization commonly used to describe the period between the fall of the Roman Empire and the beginning of the Italian Renaissance and the Age of Exploration. Roughly speaking, the Dark Ages corresponds to the Middle Ages, or from 500 to 1500 AD. Now, that's just a rough time, right? Jake actually started to dominate the western part of the Roman Empire, which is where all the Caesars and the emperors was at the time. The western part. The eastern part was known as the Byzantine Empire, with its capital in Constantinople, which is named after Constantine the Great, which was an Israelite during the Council of Nicaea. All of them come up with this whole idea, to culminate these scriptures into into whatever they did. Alright? This is our next topic for our next time. But Constantinople over there in Turkey was named after Constantine the Great, and Jake was ruling the empire at the time. That was 325 AD. So they're just giving you a rough time here. Alright? Jake even came up into the Roman Empire on the Western Hemisphere right after the fall of Domitian. You had Nero, or Nova. Alright? Nova Antonine dynasty. Jake started to come up into it. Alright? And that was all 100 BC, 196 to 100 AD, Salak. And Jake, so around that time, Jake started to come up, alright? And the western half of the empire did fall, and remember the name of Diocletian tried to use the western and the eastern, but the western part did fall completely. And the eastern part of the empire, which was ruled by Jakes, did pick up the steam, and when the western half did fall, that was where the Edomites was mainly dominating over. They went into slavery and captivity. So we're talking about, remember, it didn't just go in and drop in, let me say, 2 days. As the time hit it fall. It would take a time period, years, for it to actually reach to that point where everybody just fall off and a new phase coming. Alright, so that is what went on. So let me talk about, let me say, like, from, let's say, 500 to 1500, which is 1,000 years. Let me minus the 500 to about, let me say, 100, let me say 1 to 200. The main part is in like 325 AD. Let me say like 100, 120 something, 200 AD. All them time in there, so Jake started to dominate Europe. And you had your little Marcus Aurelius and your Septimius Severus and them. Them was Israelites sitting down as emperors in Rome. And the fall of Jake really started in the, let's say, 1500, let me say all 11 to 1200 AD. Jake started to fall. Although it had some Jakes in little prominence still leading up into the 1500s, but the Edomites started to come back out and come into, find their ways into little power seats now. Alright? They started to find their way into little areas where they could get a little power. You had the Khazarian Empire, and you had freaking the Ottoman Turks. And they started to do whatever they had us to do. Now, the fact of the matter is, what I'm bringing up this here for is because, let me say, around 1100 AD, the Jake started to fall, 11 to 1200 AD. For the Most High to influence prophecy, this ended up Most High ended up bringing about this, something known as the bubonic plague. I'm gonna press that. The bubonic plague. Bubonic plague is one of the 3 types of plague caused by bacterium Yersinia pestis. 1 to 7 days after exposure of the bacteria, flu-like symptoms develop. These symptoms include fever, headaches, and vomiting. Swollen and painful lymph nodes occur in the area closest to where the bacteria entered the skin. Occasionally, the swollen lymph nodes may break open. A bubo, that's where we get the word bobo. Even down here we used to say that. When they get a little bobo on your foot, a bubo. Okay, see? On the upper thigh of a person infected with the bubonic plague. Treatment, antibiotics, boom, boom, boom. That's no ways away. Right. Right. It says the 3 types of plagues are the result of the root infection: bubonic plague and pneumonic plague. Bubonic is mainly spread by infected fleas from small animals. Boom, boom, boom. Right. It says the plague was the cause of the Black Death that swept through Asia, Europe, and Africa in the 14th century and killed an estimated 50 million people, which I believe is more than that. Because that article is actually telling you this thing killed millions of people. I mean, like hundreds of millions of people, which is the Black Death. Let me show you something. The Black Death, right? Black Death. Which one is that? Spread of the Black Death in Europe and the Near East, 1346 to 1353. This is how much years? 7 years. It says the Black Death. See, the Black Death, also known as the pestilence, Great Bubonic Plague, the Great Plague, or the Plague, or less commonly known, the Black Plague, was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, resulting in the deaths of an estimated 75 to 200 million people in Eurasia. You see, and now they're saying 50 million. See how you sort of freaking lie, so yeah. Now they're saying 50 million, but now it's 200 million. From 1347 to 1351, the bacterium Yersinia pestis, which results in several forms of plagues. So right there alone. And here no reason, this Negro, I just call him, let me call him Negro. This nigger, right? He's a nigger, he's a black nigger, boy. Like them Elamites like to call me, you're black. Yeah, them Elamites and them down here, they love to call me, they say, you're black nigger. I eat them, boy. I eat so and eat them, boy. This nigga had no reason to lie for this. He just lying, just the black plague done gone so long ago. So that clearly showing you them interfering with the numbers with this coronavirus. This is what the topic on right now. The coronavirus. So now, why I brought up the history with the 1,000 years where Satan get remember his prophecy at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the so-called white man kingdom had to fall. And the Most High, Yahweh, had the hand. Because the scripture say, what the scripture say of Yahweh? The scripture say of Yahweh, the supreme Yahweh. In the book of Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, and the 39th verse. And it says this about him. This is what it says. It says this. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. Deuteronomy 32:39. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. And the Most High say what? He kill and he heal. He kill, he heal. He wound, he heal. He kill, he make alive. Book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, plain and to the point. It says, the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up. Plain and to the point. And seeing that the devil had us to be loose. Let me read it over again in the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit. Now this bottomless pit dealing with the Edomites, right? In Europe at the time. The ones who was ruling over the Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman world. That the serpent, that the old serpent, that the devil. Alright? It's time you people should know that it was talking about them. And that 1,000 years period going back into what we just went into with the Dark Ages, which just say was from around 500 to 1500. Yeah, you could say that. But it had Jake was getting up into power a little before that. Alright? Getting up into power, some like that come out that some they try back again and they get into power and they're doing what they had to do. And they rise up into power a little before the 500 AD period. But they totally dominated around that time. Alright? And Edom was falling. You know, circling the drain now, right? That's how it was. A circling the drain system. And when it was time for the prophecy, at this prophecy, and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. When was that time for that prophecy to come about? Okay? You have to remember, everything had to go back to the glory of the Father. Yahweh. Everything. Not one thing had to go back to him. Everything. The Psalms 150 and verse 6 says, let everything that had breath praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Everything had to go back to he praise and he glory. When it was time, when that plague, all of this thing going on with this coronavirus thing, the Most High is the one who controlling that. Yahweh. That is why he's the only one who could protect you from that. Because is he given the Edomites, whether it's the Edomites created in a lab, is Yahweh the supreme that sitteth upon the throne and who judgeth righteously and who looking on the ways of the sons of men, as the scripture say, and examining every one of them. He is the one who controlling this coronavirus. So let me go back in the book of the Psalm, Revelation. Oh, no. Right, Revelation chapter 20 verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up. Set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. After that he must be loosed a little season. Alright, and now we jump down to verse 7. It says verse 7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Alright, and that 1,000 years expired in the Renaissance, the rebirth of what? The Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was rebirth, had its rebirth, and it came back into power. The Renaissance, the age of exploration and all of that, the age of discovery, manifest destiny, all of them thing, the discovery of the new world over here in America, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them to battle, which ultimately go and lead up into World War III. Alright, so from that time till the end, it's World War III. Okay, now between 1,000 years, the Most High sent this plague here. And what do Jake Empire at the time? It shattered them. And that was an easy way now for the Edomites now to start back to rule. It says, which results in several forms of plague. Right, boom, boom, boom. Right. Is be septicemic pneumonic and the most common bubonic is believed to have been the cause. The Black Death was the first major European outbreak of the plague and the second plague pandemic. The plague created a number of religious and social and economic upheavals with profound effects on the course of European history. And we're going, the Most High, Yahweh, sent that plague and shattered the Israelites because prophecy had to be for Satan that was to be loosed out of prison, and all of them things is what the Lord does do. The Lord is the one who does send the plagues. Alright? The Lord is Yahweh, one who kill and make alive. Says the Black Death probably originated in Central Asia or East Asia. Something close like where the freaking coronavirus come from where it traveled along the Silk Road, reaching Crimea by 1343. From there, it was most likely carried by fleas living on the back of rats that traveled to Genoese merchant ships, spreading throughout the Mediterranean, reaching the rest of Europe via the Italian peninsula. And which part the plague is right now? Reach Italy, the coronavirus. The Black Death is estimated to have killed 30% to 60% of Europe's population in total. The plague may have reduced the world population from an estimated 475 million to 350 to 375 million in the 14th century. It took 200 years for Europe's population to recover to its previous level, and some regions like Florence only recovered by the 19th century. The plague recurred as outbreaks until the early 20th century. And the Most High at the same time could use this coronavirus outbreak to help bring down these Edomites as well. This thing could spread dread. It could spread dread and shatter Esau. No, this is not how Esau going on fall. But Esau Edom looking like the car container. Now they could be putting it out there. Them could put it out there. But ultimately all things had to go back to the glory of the Heavenly Father, if you understand what I'm saying. And you really had to watch it. The Most High, as he used back then to conquer Jake. Like one of the forms Jake Empire get shattered. The Dark Ages. Like one of the forms. Good. Salakia. The next form is by the next form is by Salakia. I lost my chain of thought. But yeah, that one of the forms Jake get shattered on the neck. And this could be one of the Most High using this coronavirus. Esau don't know what to do with this coronavirus, where every way it's spreading, right? Every way it's spreading. Alright, so what I did, hopefully you've been edified. I brought out all the history. One, and with the history, try to link it up within today. And hopefully, you've been edified. And you understand what it is I was saying. That the Most High could use this. I'm not saying that the Most High, this is the form how Esau is going to fall. But through this virus, people could get freaking shattered. It could shatter the whole, it could change the whole outlook. This could be the catalyst to change, to bring down, help bring down the Edomites. You understand? Even quicker. Because through this now, they go harder push even harder to establish the one world order. Like the mark of the beast, they will push that the World War III could pop off, the famine, the pestilence, all of them things. Certain prophecies where it says, man shall desire to go into a city and cannot and whatnot. All them things could be pushed through this coronavirus. Alright? So, hey, you gotta keep your eyes on that. It's getting serious. Alright? Hey, till the next time, I'll say shalom to the elect. Shalom, hopefully you've been edified.